Hi everybody. A quick update. I've been hard at it trying to get rocks to be built up here around this the concrete footings, and I've done the 5 to the right of this picture. When I said that'd be a screw, that's what's holding it up along the bottom of this. But I thought I'd just share this. I don't think I can do it any better, colour and stuff, and it is still removable, as you'll see how I've done it. Anyway, I'll show you what I've been up to. Okay, so I've come up with a plan. And what I've done is I've pressed a slot into the oasis by just using the same size piece of wood and just crushing it in with a cramp, and then I've packed them up to be within the height of there to there at various different heights. Like that one's nearly at the top, and so's that, and it varies down the length, as you can see. And then what I'm going to do, I'm going to carve rock formations into here and then fill the gaps and coat all of this with plaster Paris, because like here it wouldn't go down down there to come back up again. So I'm going to fill that up with plaster Paris, but I've stuck them down, so hopefully the plan is that I'll lift the bridge out and they stay here. And I'm just doing 5 to practice with. I ain't just practicing with one, I'm going to practice with all 5. And if any plaster goes down inside here, I'll just clean it out, because it'll stick it sort of sticks to the oasis, but it doesn't stick. But when it's all tied together, so you know it's moulded, touching that, going all the way up and over and down and touching this side and down here, it'll tie itself together. So, and then if the plan works, once I've done it, I should be able to sit the bridge back in the same place and then do some more. And I'll just have to keep doing it like that. I didn't want to lift the bridge in and out, but I'm going to have to. I mean, I have been moving it about, as you know. I've moved it from one area to another, from one place to another, and on and off this as I was building the steps. And also what I'll do with these here, like on this one, I'll bring it, carve it down so it looks like at some point this will change from rock to earth, just so it's, it'll have rock underneath, but there'll be earth from the rain, how your gutters fill up and over the years, and then, like I say, trees are going to be on this. But once the glue's got off, I'm going to lift it off, and I'll just show you that it has come off or it hasn't come off. I do hope, because I can feel this will be okay. And then I'll just carve with an artist's clay tool and carve some shapes in, and then put plaster Paris on, and then hydrocolor, and then it'll be staying. Now on the inside, if I just show you, you can see the slot in here. Now what I'm going to do here is just mark where the edge is and just take it down. I'm not going to mess about trying to do in there, because once plaster Paris goes on it, you're never going to see what is really happening down there. As long as I get colour on it in plaster Paris or the Hydercal, it should be okay. And you know, even looking from here, where, if I can show where the end of that is, I'll just shape it down and it'll all blend into this area here. So that's the plan. Let's see if it works. Okay, so did it work? Half yes, half no. This one didn't stick. The glue sticks to the plaster, the hot glue, but doesn't stick to the Oasis. It does up to a point, but if you just touch it, move it, it just breaks the seal. So basically it wants to have, I'm going to have to stick it down with a bit of plaster, and that's what I did with that one. And this one didn't stick either, but this one did stick. That didn't, because I didn't have any glue on it, so that was never going to stick. So what I did was, so I got this instrument and I pushed it in at an angle down to about that height, so it went through and into this, and I did one diagonally there, stitched it in so it was at an angle like that, and one this way so it was at an angle like that, and then I poured runny plaster Paris down, and that then held that bit in position, because I wouldn't get hot glue on it, because I needed that in place while the bridge was there, so I had to slide it in and get it to be, you know, hold where hot glue wouldn't do it. Could have tried a bit of PVA, but I just thought I'd use a bit of that. At the back, I just put a bit of plaster on the back to hold the back, because I could reach over the bridge and reach down to put it on. That's my joinery, my stitching. If I just get these is what I was using for pressing those gaps. I had a piece against that, then some that onto the Oasis, and then crushed it in with a cramp. But if you was to stitch, if you was just to nail that on there, so you got a nail and you just went straight in, so it went like that, and one there, you would be able to just pull it off. But if you stitch it so it goes in at an angle like that and try and pull it off, it's harder. So that's what I did with that join on there. So that did that, and then I poured a bit of plaster in the gap there to help tie them together, and pushed a bit underneath, and it did work. And I took it out once the plaster was on, barring this one, no, with this one on, and it did come out. So it's ready for a Hydercal coating, which I'm going to do because I'm really excited about seeing how this looks. And as you can see, the rock face, what a I've done where they carved it out, chiselled it, and bits are broken off to make the different levels. So that's what I'm up to now. So I'm just going to wait for that to dry a bit and get a bit of harder cal on it so it accepts paint. But as you can see, I've brushed some on there. I fill the bottom of that area up because it was down at this level. Well, the wouldn't hack down there, so I've brought it up to the level of that, and I think it looks better for it. Not that you're never going to see it, but at least I know it's done. So let's see what happens next. Well, that's it with the bridging, and you can see the effect I was trying to get, and different heights where that one's not as far, that one's not as far. I've got some hydrocal to put on, so that'll make it a bit different, but it goes into the slots really well, and you know, you can see it going up the edge a little bit. And like I say, on that one, the rock must have been a little bit softer there, so they got it in a bit further. I don't know. I just don't want everyone to be the same. I want them to be all different. But I think that works. I've just had to put the light on, you know, for the camera, just to get a bit of better picture for you. But generally, barring this edge, I'm going to put some thicker on here and get it to come down. I just need to do that. So, chuffed as meatballs. So basically what I'll do then is do these 5 and then do a few going up and just keep taking it on and off. It works. I know I can lift the bridge without damaging it, and I haven't. This is why I haven't put this handrail on, because it's just so fine, and those pieces for the track to sit on, they are, so at least all this side doesn't. So, and I just put one hand under here and I nip across where there's a leg, a trestle leg, and pick it up. Well, that's smart. Love it. Well, that's it with some colour on and a bit of greenery, a bit of growth, what's grown underneath and stuff. I just love that, you know, that I've decided to do different heights of how the actual footing of the concrete footing is set into the rocks, and like some rocks are maybe a bit softer as I've come to, you know, dig into it, and they've gone a bit further where some aren't as far in because it must be harder. Well, that's it. That's the excuse in my world anyway. But you know, I know there's still a lot of white, but I just wanted to get a bit of colour. It's not as much as, you know, inspire me to do more. It's just to show what I'm aiming at and a feeling, and then round here, round this area here, get painted and grassed over, and up here, and then there'll be trees going up. Might even put a tree up there. Haven't decided yet, but otherwise I'll get on with the rest of them. Well, thanks very much for stopping by, and I've only got 21 more legs still to do, so onward and upward, because it starts to rise up. But you know, I'm super pleased with it, really, and done it so I can get the bridge in and out. So happy days. Anyway, thanks very much, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now. Bye.